Camera webcam. Think of the integrated camera or webcam as the digital eye of a mobile device. In the modern era of remote work and virtual meetings, a functioning webcam is no longer a luxury. It is a mission-critical component. For the CompTIA A+ exam, you must understand that the webcam is not just a standalone camera. It is part of a complex, interconnected module hidden inside the thinnest part of the laptop. As a technician, you need to know how this hardware is routed, how it interfaces with the motherboard, and the physical security features designed to protect user privacy. Part 1. Placement and the hardware module. To capture a user's face at a natural, flattering angle, the webcam must be placed as high up as possible. This means it is almost universally located at the top center of the laptop's display bezel. The sensor. Modern webcams use CMOS, complementary metal oxide semiconductor sensors. They are incredibly small and power-efficient, capable of capturing high-definition video in a space no thicker than a few sheets of paper. The module array. When you open up a display bezel, you won't just find a camera lens. The webcam is almost always soldered onto a small, horizontal circuit board that also contains the microphone array, usually 2 microphones for noise cancellation, and the indicator LED. Part 2. The internal connection, the hidden USB. How does a camera at the top of the screen talk to the processor at the bottom of the keyboard? The internal USB bus. Even though you don't physically plug it in, a laptop's integrated webcam is almost always wired into the motherboard's internal USB bus. If you look in the Windows Device Manager or macOS system information, the webcam will be listed under the USB device tree. The routing. Just like the Wi-Fi antennas we discussed previously, the data cable for the webcam module must travel down the side of the LCD panel and pass directly through the mechanical hinges of the laptop. This is a delicate, multi-wire ribbon cable that is constantly subjected to bending and friction. Part 3. Physical privacy and security features. Because a compromised webcam is a massive privacy violation, manufacturers have implemented strict hardware and software safeguards. You must be able to explain these to concerned users. 1. The indicator-LED hardwired security. Right next to the camera lens is a small LED, usually white or green. On well-designed business laptops, this light is hardwired to the camera's power delivery system. This means it is physically impossible for the camera sensor to receive electricity without the LED also lighting up. If a hacker installs malware to secretly record the user, the LED will immediately betray them. 2. The physical privacy shutter. Software can be hacked. A piece of plastic cannot. Many modern enterprise laptops include a built-in privacy shutter. This is a tiny mechanical slider that places a physical piece of textured plastic directly over the camera lens. The technician's first question. When a user calls the help desk in a panic because their screen is black during a Zoom call, your very first troubleshooting question must always be, is the privacy shutter closed? It is the #1 cause of broken webcams in the corporate world. Part 4. Troubleshooting the webcam. When a webcam fails, you must follow a logical path to determine if the issue is software permissions or physical hardware damage. 1. Operating system privacy settings. Both Windows and macOS have implemented aggressive, OS-level privacy controls. Even if the hardware is working perfectly, the operating system might be actively blocking an application from seeing the camera. The fix. Navigate to the OS privacy and security settings and ensure that camera access is toggled ON, and that the specific app, like Teams or Zoom, has permission to use it. 2. Driver and USB issues. Because the webcam sits on the internal USB bus, a corrupted USB controller driver can cause the camera to disappear from the system. Checking the device manager for warning symbols, yellow exclamation marks, under cameras or imaging devices is your next step. 3. The hinge pinch, hardware failure. If the camera works when the laptop is open at a 90-degree angle, but instantly disconnects and reconnects when you push the screen further back, the internal USB ribbon cable has been pinched or severed inside the hinge. The repair: unfortunately, you cannot just replace the broken section of the wire. You usually have to replace the entire display cable assembly, which requires removing the screen bezel, the LCD panel, and routing a new cable through the intricate hinge mechanism. Summary for the professional technician: to lock this in for your exam preparations. Placement: located in the top of the display bezel, usually on a single module shared with the microphones. Interface: connects to the motherboard via an internal USB ribbon cable routed through the hinges. Security: employs hardwired indicator LEDs and mechanical privacy, shutters to prevent unauthorized surveillance. Troubleshooting: always check the physical shutter and OS level privacy permissions before tearing apart the hinges to check for a severed wire.